We are doing a makeup look today, and obviously we're doing it outside. It is kind of chilly. I live in Michigan and it gets chilly. It's literally, there was like 3 inches of snow on the ground just the other day. It melted, and when it gets slightly warm, people in Michigan go crazy and start wearing like bikinis outside, basically. But I thought the best way to get makeup that looks good in natural lighting is to do makeup in natural lighting, because sometimes you can do makeup at like a vanity with like fake lighting, and then you walk outside and you look crazy. You look crazy because you're doing makeup for harsh lighting when you should be doing makeup for the lighting you're going to be in. So if you're going to be outside, do makeup outside if you can, if it's warm enough. So we are going to start with just putting my hair back, and then we're going to get into the makeup. I'm going to do a natural look because I'm feeling very in touch with nature. I'm feeling very natural, but not 100% natural because I'm an acne girly and I don't want to have red spots on my face today. Sometimes I'm totally fine with it. I try to embrace it. I try to be like, you know what, that's how my skin looks. I'll walk out and about with my acne like this, but I want to feel more even toned today. I feel like this makes me look very, with my little braids, Little House on the Prairie. I'm not hating on it. I like to put my hair in braids for protective purposes because otherwise my hair gets knotted really easily because it's between a wavy and a curly pattern. That's for another video. But we're gonna go in with, this is amazing. None of these are sponsored. I'm only recommending products that I genuinely love and like I use, and they're good. They're just good. This I'm dyslexic, and this is an English product. So whatever that says, that's what it is. I'm not even gonna pretend I know how to say that. But it's a black rice probiotics barrier essence. And from what I've gathered is an essence is basically a thicker toner. It's between a toner and a serum. Like it's more milky and moisturizing. So like a glazing milk, but for different purposes. And this will not pill under makeup. It doesn't matter how much rubbing you do, it's not going to pill under makeup. It soaks into your skin and hydrates it without giving you like a layer of like goop, if that makes sense. Because one thing I hate is like for having dry skin is when you put on a moisturizer that moisturizes your skin, but then it turns into little beads under your makeup. I hate it. This is from, you can see it's well loved. This is Cocokind, and this is a ceramide barrier serum. I just started using this, so I don't know how well I can recommend it for acne-prone skin, but it is cruelty-free. Everything I use is cruelty-free. And then also, they did a really great thing where they were donating 100% of their proceeds for a week to help people that are affected by ice right now in Minneapolis. So I thought that was awesome, and it's definitely a great feeling to know that you're supporting a brand that you stand by their morals, because I was gonna need to buy another serum anyway for hydration, and I'm glad that I bought one from someone who actually cares about things. This I also got from Cocokind. This is the Resurrection Polypeptide Cream. This I only put on at night because this will pill under your makeup. These two products definitely won't because they're liquidy, but if you use anything that I think is more plump and pillowy of a moisturizer, I think it's more likely to pill under your makeup. That's what I've learned anyway. Now we are going in with makeup. Sorry for all the ranting. I'm trying to do like old school makeup video vibes where everything's explained, because one thing I hate now is that like makeup tutorials aren't really tutorials anymore. They're more like, hey, look at these short clips of me applying my makeup. And it's just like them recommending products, but they don't talk about why. They don't talk about how it actually performs on the skin, and they don't explain like the makeup techniques they're doing anymore. And I think it's because everyone's claiming to have a short attention span, but also hate that they have a short attention span at the same time. So it's like long videos don't do as well, but also people hate just mindlessly scrolling. I don't know, but I like long videos. I am a YouTube kid. I grew up watching like really long form YouTube videos where basically they were like my family, and I've always preferred YouTube over TikTok. No hate to TikTok, but I like long form content. And if you don't, I'm probably not the person for you because I'm a yapper. I'm like Tara Yummy on crack. No, I don't know. I yap nearly as much as Tara Yummy does. If you watch her content at all, I'm basically the same. I like to talk because I've got things to say. This I got a long time ago, and I don't think this actually is Leaping Bunny certified. But since I got it as a gift a long time ago, I'm going to use it till it's gone, and then I might not repurchase it if it's not something I stand by. But this is Hourglass, and it's a cream, Vanish cream. It's like a foundation stick, but it's super good coverage, and it's a really good creamy consistency. So if you know any like cruelty-free, Leaping Bunny certified, PETA certified alternatives to this that have the same consistency and coverage, I would love to know those recommendations, so you can comment that below. But I like to apply it on the back of my hand first, and it looks really yellow on my hand, but when you apply it to your face, it'll sheer out. One thing I have noticed about this product though is it has like oxidized quite a lot since I've had it, probably because it's most likely expired, but it's really thick and I haven't used it all, and I don't want to just throw it away. I don't know, maybe I should, but. And then I'm going to go in with my fingers and I'm going to apply it a thick amount to all of my red spots, all of my acne and acne scars. I usually only have a breakout on my lower cheeks and chin, hormonal related breakouts, and I just got off of that time of the month, so it makes sense why I'm having a hormonal breakout. I usually have a pretty clear forehead, but I have been breaking out this winter because I've been wearing a lot of stockings and caps to keep my head warm, and then I sweat here, and I hate that. I really hate that. Anyone who lives in like a northern state can probably relate to that pain. I cannot find my blending brush. It is just a circular compact brush. I like to blend with brushes. I don't use beauty blenders at all. I use these little powder puff things, and I use brushes. But today we're just gonna go with my hands, because you know what? Hands are brushes that were built into your body. And you can quote me on that. And we're going in over the like spot concealing that I did with the Hourglass with Haus Labs. This is shade A54. Probably my favorite foundation I've ever used because it doesn't break me out and it doesn't really oxidize on your skin. It feels good. It doesn't feel like heavy. I really hate feeling like there's weight on my skin and texture. I'm not a big texture person, but this doesn't feel like added texture, so it's good for people who have like sensitivity to stuff like that. And it feels very like watery, which is good because it's like nothing's really on your skin. I have been singing in my head all day the I confess. I'm not gonna sing anymore. You know what song I'm talking about. If I sing more, I don't want to get like demonetized or whatever that's called. Demonetized? Demon? sorry, my dyslexic brain's not really computing that word, but you know what I'm talking about. I know that YouTube can be sensitive when you sing songs, but that song's been stuck in my head all day. Harry Styles making a comeback, bro, performing on the stage, him shaking Sombra's hand. I think that was a dream. Maybe that was my dream. Maybe that didn't happen in real life. Did you guys also see Harry Styles shake Sombra's hand, or did that just happen in my dream? Either way. Okay, I went inside and washed my hands because I don't like the feeling of makeup on my hands. But the base is all blended. And now we are going to go in with liquid blush. We're going to decide between, they're both Rare Beauty. This one's Grateful and it's like a deep red blush. And then this one is Happy and it's a pinky. I think I'm going to go with the pinky. But sometimes I end up layering them a little bit. Rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara. I saw that she won, they renamed it. It's like a SAG award. I don't know. It's an Actors Guild Award, I think. She won one. Rest in peace her. Loved her work and everything she was in. From Home Alone, Beetlejuice, Schitt's Creek. All of it was wonderful. Dawson from Dawson's Creek. Dawson was my least favorite character in that show, but I loved Dawson's Creek, and that actor seems like a sweetheart. Obviously, I didn't know him personally, but from all of the other actors talking about him, he seems like such a sweet guy and did not make shit for royalties. Sorry for my cussing. He did not make bleep for royalties from that show. Bro should have been rich, and he was like selling memorabilia to pay for his medical bills. That's sick. Pay people what they deserve. To quote my my WNBA girlies, pay us what you owe us. Like, pay people what you owe them, especially women. Don't get paid enough in any industry. Pay people what they deserve. Girl, that's a rant for another time, girl. We're gonna keep it happy and positive. As someone with a lot of empathy, it can easily consume you to care so much, and sometimes it's okay to be like, let's think of something positive for a couple of minutes. It's not selfish to put your own mental health first for a little bit. It's okay to care about yourself just as much as you care about others. Nancy, girl, you look like you have pneumonia. You look like you're freezing your butt off, girl. That's okay, because you know what I do? I haven't gone in with Kosas yet, my little concealer, and I like to go in after my blush and contour. If I contour, I usually just prefer to do powder contour, and I don't do bronzer. I'm pale. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm bronzed from the sun. I am pale. That's okay. That's my journey. But I like to go under my eyes to brighten, bottom of my nose, because that usually gets pretty dark, and I like to make a line where I will go in with contour later to brighten up under that line. And this is Revealer Extra Bright. It's got a pinky tone. I have pinky undertones, and I like to use that kind of tone of makeup. Does that make sense? I'm cool toned. You can tell by my blue veins. If you're unsure what tone you are, that's how you tell. This is a Real Technique brush. It's $125. It looks like a little kitten paw to me. I call this my kitten paw brush. It's very fluffy and very light, and I lightly tap. I don't rub. I used to go like to my face, and that is not good. It causes wrinkles. Not that wrinkles are bad. I think wrinkles can be sexy. especially smile lines. I like a good smile line. It means someone was happy in their life and there's something wrong with aging. But I try to take care of my under eyes, especially because I can't sleep. So unless I'm going for like a vampy look, I like to try to conceal my under eye bags as much as possible. Okay, now we're going in with powder. It is Women's History Month right now. I'm not sure if it will be when I upload this video, but in reality, in real time, it's Women's History Month. So happy Women's History Month to all of the women out there. All of them. Happy Women's History Month. Women are awesome. I'm a girl's girl. I'm a girl's lover. I am all for the girls, and happy Women's History Month to all. One thing I will say about techniques, I'm going to stop ranting about random stuff. I'm going to talk about makeup techniques, is for the shape of your face, I think blush placement can be important. Obviously, you can put your blush wherever you want, but I have a very round face. I also have chubby cheeks, and if I put my blush really high and angly, like a lot of the chiseled girls do, I look kind of silly because that's not where my cheeks blush. My cheeks blush where the fat is, which is right here in the center. So I'm not gonna put my blush up there because that's not where I blush. That's where I shine. I can put highlighter there, but I blush here. So that's where I put my blush. Kind of in a drooping triangle pattern, because then it actually looks like I'm blushing and it doesn't look as makeup-y. If you put blush naturally, where you just blush when you're cold or embarrassed, then it'll look more natural. And if that's the look you're going for. If you're going for angular, sharp, chiseled, you know, Victoria Justice looking makeup, that's your truth. And I like to do that too. I like to pretend I'm chiseled too. She's not pretending. That's not what I was referencing, her amazing bone structure. But I can sometimes pretend that I have cheekbones, but today I want to be centered in reality. I'm going to go in with this very fluffy brush, which the label is rubbed off of, so just this is what it looks like. And this Kosas powder, and it's pink. Cloud Set. Translucent Candy. And I am just going to go in and loosely powder my face. I actually do like to still bake my face sometimes, but I don't think that I need that right now. So I'm just going to powder with the makeup I don't want to slide down. Just mainly right here and on my forehead. Tip: the more product you put on like deeper lines, like smile lines for instance, or frown lines, it's not necessarily keeping something from creasing. It can actually accentuate a crease more. And if you have deep lines in your powdering, the powder buildup is going to be there. Like the heavier and more makeup you put somewhere, the more likely you are to see that thing. So I try to just powder the flat parts of my face that I just want the makeup to not like get too oily or rub off, but I don't necessarily powder lines because that's not gonna help. You are in between my knees. Ew, not in a pervy way, in a weird way. I just don't have a phone stand right now, and I needed to finish this. So, we have the Ulta Beauty Collection Automatic Lip Liner in the shade Spice. In the shade Spice. This is also fairly new of a product for me, so I'm not gonna fully recommend it because I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it. I love brown lip liner, so if you guys have any recs on brown lip liner, let me know. Because I've been trying to try like all the ones I see that are cruelty-free. Because I want to find like my favorite one. Is to eliminate my Cupid's bow. I think Cupid's bows look beautiful on some people, but I like a rounded look. So that's what I do. Then make a little line on my nose. This might look silly to some people, but I like it. It accentuates more of a button.